trying to work out this relationship between string on the phone and the computer a bit more. Because I set the live stream to be scheduled on the computer, and then I couldn't figure out how to go live on my phone. And it was a real pain. Here we go. All right. Piss off. All right, then we've got to sort it out. Kill beans. Let me turn this down. Kill beans. All right. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the giveaway draw live stream. Going to just be doing general live stream things for like a little while before we actually do the giveaway draw. I'm going to do the giveaway draw at 12. I wrote out all of the raffle tickets myself and put them in this bucket yesterday. We had something like 240 something entries in the end. What's up, Tim? How's New South Wales going? How long are you stuck down there for? So, yeah, someone recommended in a video I did last week to just putting all the entries in an Excel spreadsheet and using a random number generator, which is definitely a good idea and definitely probably what I'll be doing for the next giveaway. But for this one, I'd already committed to the raffle tickets, so that's what we're going to do. But anyway, it'll be a little bit of fun. Do a skid. I can't do a skid because I don't have a car here to do a skid with. These are not ours, so we can't do skids in them. Another couple of months in New South Wales, you poor soul. Yeah, 2023. Sounds about right. Poor bloke. Oh well. Hopefully be alright. At least there's nothing to do down there but work, so when you come back you'll be rich and we can build you a bloody solid roller LS for your S13. It'll be sick. So anyway, Rex will be back up here soon, but yeah, been a huge week. Got the Maloo going. Pretty keen to get some results out of this thing. Sounds awesome. So CNC ported 243s. One of my favourite cams, pretty much my favourite off-the-shelf cam we put in this. It's the same cam that I did put in my drift motor, which we never got to get any results out of, but nonetheless one of my favourite cams from Crow as far as off-the-shelf grinds go. So super excited to see some results out of that thing. It's going to be awesome. So that'll be probably Tuesday. Whew. What do we got here? Where would I get 740 CCRB 25 injectors from? Just convert to top feed, please. Do not buy side feeds injectors. Just don't. Whoever has to tune it will hate you. Don't do it. What's your take on the V6 Ecotech 3.8? I wish there was a way that I could see. Oh, I can, maybe. Can I? So I can see it on my phone. I don't want to learn more about your community guidelines. There you go. Now I can see it. I quite like the 3.8 actually. I think it's going forward, the way prices are going lately, I think they're going to become a much more popular option for a cheap engine, you know, for things like drifting and stuff. This is one here we're doing for a bloke. Hold on, I'll flip this around, be easier. So this here is a 4.2 stroker L67 that we're doing for a guy. I don't have the heads here to show you, they're at the machine shop, but it's got full custom alloy ZZP racing heads from the States off a 3.8 Pontiac. So this thing will be a pretty staunch little setup. And for the prices of these things, they are a really stout setup. And they're fairly compact and small. And I think, yeah, going forward with the prices of everything, I really think we're going to see these become a far more popular option for engine swaps and that sort of thing, just based on price and I suppose potential, because you know these things are getting ridiculously expensive. These things are getting ridiculously expensive. Even LSs now are just getting ridiculously expensive, and it's getting to a point where people are going to have to start. I reckon we're going to see a lot more single cam Fords and a lot more Ecotechs and stuff. So cams really do wonders for them. That thing's got Mace's, the biggest cam that Mace offers. It was already in it when we started on that engine. So, like, it's got a big cam in it, that thing, 4.2 stroker with a comb crank. Yeah, it's still just going to be running the Eaton M90 supercharger, so I don't know how we'll go with that before we run out of efficiency, but it's got a Mace cooler block and everything as well, so. Would you still run oil restrictors if you also have a rear head drain? Yes, I would, definitely. It really depends what you want to do. It's again, with RBs and oil restrictors, it really comes down to the purpose. If you're going to be streeting the car, not doing massive RPM for long periods, personally, I don't put oil restrictors in a street engine. That's just my personal thing. I don't believe that having all that oil up in the head is a bad thing. It's just a matter of making sure that you can get it back to the sump is the main priority. So if it's something that you're definitely only going to be drifting and doing massive RPM, I will put restrictors in it. But otherwise, I'm usually pretty happy to leave street engines without restrictors. So, but that's my take on it. But yeah. What else have we got here? The next Colt engine. Yeah, I reckon either the Buick 3.8 or the single cam Ford, just the way prices are going. People are going to have to turn to something that's cheaper. Because everything's getting so bloody expensive. Hello from Newcastle. G'day Paul from Newcastle. Hello from Queensland. Hope you're all doing okay down there. We just got the good news that our lockdown will actually lift at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So that's a good thing. We're stoked with that. So lucky us. Means we'll be able to get some more work done. Yeah. So what's everyone been up to? How's everyone enjoying lockdown? Or have you not in lockdown? Can you do a dyno tune on a manual VY Eco? We'll have Mace Cam. What would be a rough price on dyno tune? You'd need to go to a standalone ECU. So apart from burning EPROMs and doing heaps of 1980s tech stuff, the ECUs in them are not tunable. The only real good option that we ever had was a company called CalMaker. They were called CalMaker. CalMaker used to do like tunable chips and stuff for those PCMs as well as for the 5 litres, but I don't know what's happened. I tried to get in contact with them last week about doing a chip for an ECU for a 5 litre, and the website hasn't been updated in like 9 years, and the email automatically bounced, so I don't know what's going on with them, but there's not really any cheap option for a tunable ECU for them apart from going for a standalone. So it's not a cheap exercise because you're pretty much going to have to go to a Haltech 750 or something along those lines. There's no other way around it. There's nothing we can do with the stock ECU. Intec and nitrous, what's your opinion? Yeah, that's a winner. Nitrous everything. Nitrous is great. We like nitrous. We're big nitrous fans. So Intec and nitrous would be awesome for a fun little project. Doing an LS1 swap on a 2001 VX Illumina wagon. Big job. Yeah, they're not too bad as far as engine swaps go. Just need to get the LS1 Cross member and a few other things. I actually just pulled this LS here. Just came out of a wagon, a factory LS wagon. It's going in a patrol. It was a shame to pull it out of a wagon, but the wagon was pretty far gone. Thoughts on a Barra R31? Yes, I like the idea of Barra R31. Got a mate that's actually built one on the sunny coast. Our boys there, RB Factory, do all off-the-shelf swap stuff for them. And sorry guys, trying to figure out what the sound was. And you can get it all 10% off if you use my discount code. But yeah, it's a fairly simple swap. They fit really well, and again, it's another one of those really good budget options for an engine for one of those things. 3RZ FE is an amazing engine. A big fan of 3RZ, always have been. For a long time, they were really underrated. But because they came from a Hilux, and inherently Hilux being such a popular work ute that's Japanese built, they are still quite an expensive thing to get. They always have been fairly expensive. I'm not sure that we'll ever really see them be a super budget option, but they are a super cool engine. All right, what's Tim said? Any thoughts on what could be causing LS2 carb setup to kill plugs quick? Only the inner cylinders are leaning out. MSD ignition. Not really. What manifolds have got on it? As long as the manifold's getting good distribution. If it's only the inner cylinders and it's a twin plane manifold, I'll be looking at, I think they normally split the front 2, back 2, and then the middle 4 in a twin plane. So it could be something to do with the manifold. The way distribution's happening with fuel. Something to look at, maybe. Should also add, guys, that I'm going to get Rex to shave my head if we get $1,000 of donations. So if you want to see Rex shave me head after the draw, he's going to do it. I'm located at Adelaide. What state are you in? We're in Queensland. So we're in rural Queensland, out in the bush. We live out in the bush where we don't even get mail delivery or bin collection or anything like that. We're out in the sticks. But yeah, I love it out here, up in Queensland. It's good. It's good. Can you guys tune it if I can convince my housemate to bring it? Yep. We surely can tune that. That should be 850. It should be wholly high-speed air bleeds and stuff, so that shouldn't be a problem. We should be able to tune that, no worries. What pulsar turbo would you recommend for a Cam W30? It depends on your power goals, really. The turbo selection at the end of the day always comes down to power goals. So yeah, well, how much power do you want to make from your Cam W30 is more so the most important thing. Most importantly, when it comes to turbos or anything like that, like it's all horsepower based really, and flow at the end of the day. I'm trying to switch this. That's better. But yeah, I'd recommend, yeah, again, just depends on the power and what size cam's in it. Something like a 3582 is usually a pretty good size for an RP30. The other thing is it depends whether it's manual or auto. You know, auto with a bigger stall, you can get away with a bigger turbo and still have pretty good street manners. If it's manual, you want something that's going to come on a fair bit harder or earlier. No more than 300 kilowatts, so you don't need something too big. You know, a 3582 would be heaps, even a 3076. Something like probably a G30 770, I think they do, G30 770. But yeah, something like that, it'd be fine. If you want, send me an email with a few more details of the combo, and I'll, you know, give you a better description of what size you should get. The other thing is what manifold you're running, because with the factory low mount manifolds, there's not a lot you can fit without having to modify the engine mount. But yeah. Hey mate, what supercharger do you think I should put on my LS3? We're a big fan of the Harrops, just as far as value for money. Apparently Magnuson have done a big update to their superchargers, and apparently the new Magnusons are really good as well, but we haven't had one of them for a while, since the older sort of style. But yeah, for an LS3, you know, your 2650 Harrop the kit's pretty good value for money. It's pretty hard to go past, so that's what I would recommend. If you've got unlimited budget, obviously, or Whipple, but the Whipple is quite a bit more expensive than the Harrop at the end of the day. Thanks, Tim, for the donation. So we're a tenth of the way there. another 900, and you'll see the mop get shaved. Rex will shave it off. Are you going to Rocky Nuts in 2022? Yes, 100%. As long as it's on, I should be there. As far as what car I'm taking, it really just depends what we've got at the time. So the yellow tonner up here, the shop ute, the turbo LS1, obviously that should always be around. It's not something we plan on ever selling. So if nothing else, we'll be in that thing. But if not, whatever else we got at the time. So, you know, once the VS is finished and I sell it, there's like 3 or 4 other cars that I have lined up to build, just to do content and build and enjoy and then sell. So after the VS, we've got the EA Falcon. So I'm going to do an EA build. I'm thinking probably like a pretty staunch single cam setup in the EA. And then after that, there's a few other choices that I've got. Also got the 626 that I want to build with the J in it. But also something I haven't told you guys about yet. I've actually got another R31. So I ended up with another R31, which I have to still sort some things out and get it here. But there will be another R31 build coming, which originally I thought about doing a Barra into the EA and then doing a fairly staunch single cam Ford in the R31. But the more I think about it, the more I want to do another RB build, just a stock bottom end RB30, but auto, and see how much sort of we can push a stock bottom end RB30 to. So I don't know yet, but by Rocky Nuts 2022, I could have any number of them cars. I could be in any one of them. So we'll just wait and see. Give me a call later if you're not exhausted with work. Also, who won? We haven't drawn it yet, Math. It's in the bucket. It gets drawn at 12 o'clock, so I've got another 15 minutes. But yeah, I'll give you a call later on if I get some time. We've just been freaking busy as here. Big moves, big stuff going on this week. Lots of stuff that we've been working towards coming to fruition. Lots of reorganizing in the shed going on. So it's been a hectic week, and next week's going to be hectic as well. It's going to be full on. So Nick loves the mop. Thanks, Nick. But I tell you what, it's getting annoying. It's getting to that length where it's just annoying and wispy, and I wear a hat all day just to keep it out of my face and stuff. So, I mean, I will keep growing it if we don't raise the money and shave it today, but if we raise the money, I'll get Rex to shave it, maybe even do a mullet for a little while. Rock the mull. Just calls for a muzz. He has to be at Rocky Nose, otherwise who will I have as a pit crew? Oh no. I'm definitely not laying on the hot bitumen underneath the car. If my car breaks, it's going on a trailer. I'm so sick of doing that at events. That's why I'm so focused on building reliable cars these days, because I hate going to events and laying underneath them. Might see you down there as I live in Rocky. Yeah, sweet as. I'm sure we will see you down there. A few people in Rocky I want to catch up with. I'll go to Rocky Nats as well. Should be awesome. Thanks, Michael, for the donation. 120 of 1,000 already done. Got to say it's a 416 stroker kick. What was that for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, 416, yeah. So, stroke or not, doesn't really particularly matter. Something like a 2.6 litre Harrop will be awesome. Yeah, or a Magnuson if you want to go Magnuson. Like I said, I've seen some pretty good things out of Magnuson, the new blowers. But yeah, like I said, if you've got the budget, go for a Whipple. Whipple's the best, most efficient blower in the world, but expensive, very expensive. Have you had much to do with rotors? No, Brendan, I have not. Me and Rex are anti-rotor rotors people. Not really, but we've never had anything to do with them. We know nothing about them. They're a black magic to us. We have no shame in admitting that we know literally nothing about rotors. We don't touch them, won't tune them. Yeah, we stay away from them because they're too specialised. There's too many weird things to know that don't cross over that we just don't know. And to be fair, we don't really have any inclination to want to find out either. So that's just us. Oh no, we aren't breaking much. Tow truck and standby, that's a good idea. Thanks, Nick, for the donation. Nick reckons mullet, so... and Michael reckons he wants to see the jaw on Rex's face when he shaves it, so... I'm sure there will be some. Let's go see what he's up to. He's back now, so... Go see what he's doing on the yellow thing. So as you can... Trying to be quiet.
I was going to do the Lurven stuff, but I figure I should make use of the hoist time while it's available, so I'll try and get as much of this done as I can, but I'm not going to have the materials because we don't have any 3.5 straight. Just looking at how this dump pipe's going to go. So
Bend Brothers.
yeah, he's out of stock.
Out of stock.
Yeah, I ordered some. It's just out of stock.
Yeah, okay.
He sent me what he had.
Crystal meth in a can while we wait. Oh. So as you can see, the shed is arguably more messy than ever, but it's organised chaos. There is a goal. It is moving along. I've got another episode of just like doing shed general things coming out probably this week, of all this stuff that's been going on, moving around, repurposing. But yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to move, but we've got big things happening. Big stuff going on.
What do you reckon about this tailpipe? Since we're sticking with the single, we reckon not a 90 but a 45 offset like that, or just have a fucking big old centre exit.
I reckon do a teardrop.
Yeah, but the question still stands is offset the one side and just do fucking straight down the middle.
I reckon offset one side.
Yeah. Let's do all the things that
Hey, you asked. What do you guys reckon? Offset one side, centre exit.
40, 45, squeeze me. Something like that.
I reckon use a 90 but do a teardrop.
Yeah. So much cutting. Now if I fuck it up, it'll shit. I don't know. I'll worry about it when I get to it.
How long do you guys reckon the old 10 bolt's gonna last?
Very questionable.
Too bad we don't have the budget for 9-inch, but well, the overwhelming response 2 of 2 is centre.
So just a big centre.
Just a big centre. Oh no, we got one vote for offset. I got 1 volt for whole saw through the tray and straight up.
I would make
Tim reckons a 10 bolt will go on the 5th power run.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. No, this one's pretty bad.
It's very questionable. We'll see how it goes. The only thing that's going to help is that it's quite a light car, really.
Hey, if the big block 202 didn't break it, what's this piece of shit LS going to do to it, hey?
What clutch? There's no clutch. No clutches here, mate.
Yeah, look at big dog transmissions here.
Yeah.
Big old turbo 400.
Big old T400. Ooh.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Not bad. This sump's a bit of a worry. We're going to have to definitely build a bit of a bash plate.
A skid plate or a bash plate for that.
Anyway. Was the 10 bolt in there with the big block? Yes, it was. But the only time that the only time that this car was ever driven with like on track sort of thing with the big block in it was we actually pulled the 9-inch out of the blue one and shoved it under here to take it down to Power Cruise. So it did have the 10 bolt in it with the big block, but it only really got moved around. Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much the only time we ever actually driven it was with the 9-inch out of the blue one.
Yeah, and that lasted 1.5 laps of QR.
Yeah, so funny story. So Rex and Dad decided to take this to Power Cruise. So they put Rex's 9-inch in it, loaded it up, took it down to Power Cruise. It lasted like 1.5 laps and spat the timing chain. And it was very an unhappy thing. So they loaded it back up. Rex drove it back home, 2 hours back home. That night, swapped the diff back out of this, put it back into the blue one. That was back when the blue one had the second 350 Chev in it.
Yeah.
And took it down the next day and also blew it up. So that's how Rex wrecked 2 engines in 1 Power Cruise, which was, you know, nice. Oh, cars, hey?
It wasn't too bad. All this 350 did was got nice and picked up a skirt on a piston and was knocking when I took it home. But I still drove it for 3 weeks on the street.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of stuff in Mexico before we pulled it out. Whacked a new piston in it and it's still chilling around here somewhere.
The times. We've done enough of that sort of thing that we don't want to do that anymore. That's why we are really focused on building reliable cars with 10 bolts in them.
Very funny.
Ha ha ha.
Bang.
It is funny. How nice is this Maloo though? Basically since it got here I've just been ogling it. I really, really would like a Club Sport. But this colour, we've got actually 3 VEs here the same colour at the moment. These two and the one over there behind there, XR6 Turbo. All the same colour. And actually they're the same colour as Rex's old VE Redline that he had. Which, yeah, we're a big fan of this colour and we're a big fan of VEs. But this ute, there's something about it. I think it's these wheels and this colour, and it's just, whew, so nice. Gangster. Very cool. Don't know what to do, eh?
Alright, I might have a look at where I'm going to put this gate then. Put the gearbox mount in actually.
That's something you can do. Finally have a gearbox mount.
Yay! Gate.
Ooh. Keen to see how this setup goes actually. The old T66. So this is the turbo that was meant to go on the turboed LS Cressida, which never got finished because I got sick of the lack of support for the Cressida chassis, which also leads me to the fact that the 1J Cressida, everyone, Adam's 1J Cressida that he built, that we helped a little bit with, that we documented on the channel. the stupid low 1J R154 Kinagawa Turbo 6 boost manifold Link G4 Plus Storm on 15-inch Workmasters is for sale. Adam has decided that he needs to do adult things and buy a house, and he's going to build another car later on in his life. So he's decided to truck it up for sale in the hopes that he can get a little bit more money together for a house deposit, which is fair enough. But yeah, it's for sale, everyone. So if anyone's interested, get in contact with me. Only if you're serious, please. So way too busy to be dealing with people who aren't serious about it. But I'll pass Adam's number on to you. If you are serious about it, you can have a chat to him. And yeah, so pretty sad to see that thing go. But hey, got to do what we got to do. So, the 10 bolt being painted blue is trying to be a 9-inch. Yeah, something like that.
I think it's because it originally came out of my blue ute.
Yeah,
I believe that's why it's painted that colour.
it's blue to match the blue in the blue ute. But hopefully being painted blue makes it stronger. Well, you can only hope. We'll see how it goes. Like we said, it's a fairly light car. So, you know, we only expect to make about 500 wheels. So, we don't even know if this turbo will do that yet. You know, it's only a T66 and it's only an eBay spec. It might not even want to do 500 wheel yet. So,
Yeah.
well, it's just a matter of seeing how it goes, really. But if the turbo ever goes, we'll replace it with a Pulsar, something a little bit more better, and hopefully we'll see some better results out of it. But when we slapped that bitter of an engine together, we had the mindset that it was going to be 4L60. So we were like, nothing in this engine is going to break before a 4L60 does, so it doesn't matter. So we don't know. We'll see if the engine even holds up to 500 yet. See what happens. There was a lot of second-hand stuff in there. It's pretty wild.
I'm not worried about the engine. I reckon it's going to fly.
Well, I definitely reckon this 10 bolt will break before the engine does. In further news, guys, I actually sold the LS that we built for the drift car. The LS1 that we built for the R31, I sold it. Pretty much LS1's going for a pretty good price at the moment, and I needed it out of the way for one, and we've got other LS donor cars around here, so you know, it won't take me much to throw another LS together later on down the track when that car's ready. Because at this stage, the way things are going, it's going to be a little while till that car's ready to receive an engine. So I didn't want to keep moving it around when I could sell it for good money now and just build another one for good money later on that we've already got. So I got rid of that and got some cash in the door, which is good because it's allowed us to make a lot of the big changes that are coming, which you will see. So yeah, it's gone, but we'll build something better when it comes to it. If there's not enough turbo, we'll have to make up for it with all of the gas. Yeah, something like that. Although I reckon gas would definitely probably, we probably could. We probably could do that. We just have to find somewhere to put it all. I have to put a box on the tray and hide it all in a locked box. Sorry, officer, I don't have the keys to that box. I lost the keys. It's locked forever. It's definitely...
Know what's in there.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah, don't even... I bought it like that, officer. I've never had keys to that lock. It's definitely not a bottle of nitrous in there. What's the time? Oh, we're getting close to draw time. Oh no, guys, we haven't raised enough for me to shave me head. Maybe a light car, but how heavy is Rex's foot? It depends what mood he's in. He can be heavy, he can be not so heavy. But anyway, well, yeah, depends how excited he gets, I suppose. Any Turbo 400 laying around. The like gold at the moment. Yeah, we've actually ordered a Turbo 400 from our box builder the other day, and it's literally, he's a gearbox builder. It's who we get to build all our boxes, and it was the last one that he could get a core for. After he builds this one for us that we've just ordered, he's literally out of cores and he's got nowhere else he can get cores from. So Turbo 400s at the moment are very, very limited supply, very hard to get hold of. So if anyone's got any, hit us up, because our gearbox builder's pretty much just grabbing anything he can get his hands on at the moment. Because yeah, the demand for them's up and they're nowhere to be found. They're really hard to get. Yeah, your car can take its place. Sounds good to us. So, we're getting pretty close to draw time. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. That's draw time. Well, guys, we didn't make enough to shave the mop. It's going to stay for a bit longer. But look at that. Raffle tickets galore. Like I said, guys, we ended up with something like 240 entries at the end. I wrote out every single one by hand on raffle tickets, and some of your names that are in here I can't even pronounce, but damn, I'm good at writing them down now. I think we had one. What was that? Yeah, may as well. Like I said, guys, I've learned a lot from this giveaway, and I'm changing a few things. For this next giveaway, I'm running it over 2 months, just because for this giveaway, sort of only just made enough to cover the cost of the giveaway, which I'm fine with. That's not a problem, as long as I'm not out of pocket. It doesn't bother me at all. But I thought I should probably give something way cheaper, so make sure I definitely can cover the cost. Not only that, but I only had those 2 designs that are up now for merch for this month, which I want to add to down the track. So I didn't want to give away something that was like useless. I wanted to make sure it was something cool, and I really wanted to do the turbo. But to ensure that I cover the cost, I'm going to run it over 2 months this time instead of 1. And yeah, there'll be a few more merch designs to come over the next 2 months as well. I've also changed the parts store. Instead of every $50 spent on the parts store, now it's every 100. Because yeah, I found that some of the parts orders were huge, and some of those people had like, I think we had one parts order that had nearly 40 entries from one order, and it just doesn't, it's not even, yeah, it's not fair. So I changed the parts shop to every $100 spent. The merch still stays at every $20 spent. That should even up the two. But yeah, this one obviously ran how it ran. Taking a bit from it. And let's see who's going to win themselves a Powertune Digital Dash. So, forgot to mention, so the next 2 months, this month and next month, giveaway running over 2 months, is you're going to win a Pulsar GDX Gen 2 Turbo. It's going to be similar to this, where it's going to be, whoever wins, I'll buy the turbo of your frame and housing choice in the GDX Gen 2. So, you don't get a G Series, just a GDX Gen 2.
Just a shitty old GTX Gen 2.
Oh, well, the price does jump significantly. So much like the Dash, where I'm going to buy it, the one that whoever wants, it's the same as the turbo, I'll buy the frame and housing size of your choice. So, all right.
Where's the drum roll?
Drum roll, not enough people. All right. What do we got? Oh, Ash. That's Ash Brown.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There you go, Ash.
There you go, Ash.
You won yourself a Powertune Digital Dash. He bought a cam kit.
Cam kit office, yes.
Yep. So
for a pretty really cranky L98 that's going in a HQ wagon. So.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, Ash. Get in contact with us, or we'll get in contact with you, and we'll organise.
Being a Gen 4, it can actually run the Powertunes.
Well, actually, Powertune have actually recently released this week that they're actually bringing in our standalone unit now as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
cool.
that's mine.
That's yours.
So yeah, there is a full standalone unit coming from Powertune Digital as well now, which is good news for anyone who has a carbed car, or you know, a car with an older ECU that won't run CAN.
Gen 3 LSs.
Yeah, like Gen 3 LSs and stuff. Now you can buy just a standalone unit where you can wire all your sensors into a standalone CAN board, or whatever you call it, module, which the module will then talk to the dash.
CAN hub?
Yeah, CAN hub sort of thing, and then the hub will talk to the dash, so it's fully standalone. So that's a pretty cool thing that's coming. So anyway, whoop, nearly lost the ticket. So good job, Ash. That was one of the biggest orders. So yeah,
this is sort of what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, the next one, changing a few things, but looking forward to it. Looking forward to bringing out some new merch for you guys, and trying to keep that all rolling as well. But yeah, like I said, guys, big things happening this week here. Over the next 2 weeks, there's some big stuff going on, and we're super excited because it's stuff that we've been working towards for months and months and months. And it's finally all happening. So things are starting to change towards the end of this year. Things are starting to ramp up a level, which we're excited about. So anyway, guys, I think, who else have we got here? What did we try? Reply to the last few comments. Yeah, the G Series are fairly cheap, but not as cheap as the GDX Gen 2, which is why the giveaway is, yeah, it's going to be a GDX Gen 2. As much as I'd love to give away a G Series, we're not making that much money yet that I can start giving away stuff like that yet. But regardless, you know, the GDX Gen 2 are available from like a GDX 25, I think, all the way up to a 3584, I think is the largest one they do in the GDX Gen 2, which is, you know, 700 horsepower capable sort of thing. So they're a pretty solid unit. We're pretty big fans of the Pulsars. As you guys know, we're a distributor. We've been using them a fair bit now, and the results that we've got from them are awesome. For the price, they're pretty hard to beat. So we're pretty big fans of them. So that's why we're giving one away, and probably we'll be running them a fair bit on a lot of our cars, really. So yeah, well done to Ash on your prize. We'll be in contact soon. I don't know if he watches the YouTube. Not sure. Whoop. What do we got? Sorry guys, did something. So yeah, cheers everyone for tuning in. That's pretty much going to the end of the live stream. New video tonight, as always, Sunday night, 4 o'clock, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Be a new video out, and yeah, looking forward to the next giveaway. It's been fun, it's been good, and yeah, I think it's something that we'll continue to do, hopefully every month after this one. And yeah, keep it on rolling. So thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out, see you, bye.